name of the business is Pool Fisheries. My grandfather, after he come back from World War II, moved back from California, moved back to Lonoke, and he was in the dairy business and did a few other things, worked at our local mill rice dryer, the fish hatchery here in Lonoke. And anyway, he was able to make enough money to bought 40 acres right outside of Lonoke. And that's where he raised some rice, he raised a few cows and dairy cows and things like that. And he had a good friend who lived here in Lonoke that had a couple of fish ponds. And his friend told my grandfather, they were good buddies, he said, if you'll build a few ponds on your 40 acres that you bought, I'll put fish on them. So Granddad did.
Well, some of the pioneers that started in the fish business here found out that the fish in this area are a lot hardier, and it has a lot to do with the clay soil that we have here. Holds water really well, and then the water quality here in Lonoke is we have higher alkalinity rates in this area, and that harder water is better to grow fish in than the real soft water.
There was only a few people that even raised goldfish. Anderson Men Farms raised a few fish, but yes, they kind of learned as they went along. Some of the problems they had back then, they didn't make things for aquaculture. So they had to build everything, his dip nets, his seines, everything he had to make. They had to order the nets and make a cork line and the lead lines and all the things. They didn't have things that you just order them out of a magazine and get aquaculture products. You would have to go out here and make them all yourself.
From my travels, and when people ask me what I do, they're like, they're just really shocked at, well, they want to ask, do you raise those in aquariums? And they think it's kind of an indoor deal, and they really don't understand the whole science and everything behind and the actual labor intense that's involved in raising all the fish and things in these areas. And
most of the people think most of your goldfish, your small common goldfish, will go to little Johnny going to buy fish to put in his aquarium or his bowl or something like that. But a majority of these fish are feeder fish. They go toward people that have tanks with their tropicals or oysters or piranhas and things like that, where those are feeder fish. They're live food eaters. You can't take and feed them with cracker or flake food or something like that. Pool Fisheries is the world's largest goldfish farm. We've selling over 4 million fish a week, probably close to 275 million fish a year. We are probably by far the world's largest.
The way our industry is, and I know a lot of people when they, companies and things, when bad weather hits, they're pretty much shut down. Here we don't. I mean, if it's raining, we put on our rain gear, we're out harvesting the fish. I started here in 1988, and I've been here 30 years, and not one time have we not shipped fish to our customers. If it's snowing, we're seining. If the weather temperatures are very low, and we've had it at times where the ice was so thick on the ponds that you could drive trucks, we'll take chainsaws out, we'll cut the ice, and we will harvest those fish underneath the ice.
Now we have the next generation is coming up. My son is just about to graduate college. My brother's son he's already been on the farm, graduated college, and he's been out here with us for 8 or 10 years now. And so now the fourth generation we're about to pass the torch here real soon. And they're going to just diversify the market a little bit in the way we do things. And there'll always be a goldfish market here, but as it kind of slowly trends down, they're just going to have to find other things than they are to put out here in these ponds that we have.